Hello there, friends. Pastor James is here. Listen, I wanted to make this video to share with you some of the things that has resulted from some of the videos that I've made. One in particular that deals with the Charlie Kirk and the Central State Regional Conference statement regarding Charlie Kirk that has gone viral on Facebook, and many people begin to talk about it because of the nature of the statement. I myself took an issue with it, and our panelists had a discussion about a week ago about some of the things that were said there and how we thought they were unsensitive, unchristian, and unthoughtful. And we gave the reason why. But one thing in particular we spoke about was some of the ministries that were named in there. Amazing Facts, 3ABN was also named. So as a result of that, a number of things has happened. One thing is some people called me, some good phone calls, of course. Some of them called me and said they are part of this regional conferences, different churches and different members, and they came out and said, we don't agree with that statement. That statement doesn't speak for us. It doesn't represent what we believe. We don't think, even though as a people we do not agree with Charlie Kirk's political rhetoric and some of the Christian nationalist position that he had, even in some of the ways he spoke on some of his videos. But to put out a statement like that wasn't fair, that wasn't right, that wasn't Christian. And they were pretty much calling to say many members of some of the regional conferences, churches that are part of the regional conferences, that do not agree with the nature of that statement at all. Which I thought was very fair, was very good, which I always like to differentiate between what leadership was saying and what the congregation are thinking. So that was a good thing. I also got some other response and remarks of some individuals who were just upset, came after me, and people that look like me, and trying to call me all kind of nasty names, Uncle Tom and yada yada, bootlicker, and really, really ungodly stuff. And you won't believe, let me not even repeat what they say. Some of them try to reach to family members of mine who is affiliated with the regional conferences. And I'm not going to tell you which conference in particular. And they were trying to find ways to see if they can get to me to, convert me, change my my tone, and help me to see things only from their perspective. The thing is, I don't want to make it look like I'm insensitive. Neither did any member of our panelists, when we had a discussion about this, we're being insensitive. We understand the real issue in the culture, and we're not saying we comprehend it fully, but we understand it to a degree to say we do sympathize with the black community and understand that we've been through a lot. And being a Haitian Caribbean black man, I do understand the nature of slavery. If you know anything about Haiti, we have an understanding of what that is. And we've also experienced it here as well, having been in the United States since I was a young man. I will tell you, things did happen that were really horrible and horrific to black people. They have been targeted in a very negative way. There's no lying about that. One of the things that we took an issue with when it comes to the statement that was posted by the conference was just the response and the reaction. It's one thing to say something has been said and done that were offensive to you, but it's another thing for you to go out and be even more offensive and unchristian in your reaction. That has to be called out. And the fact we are Christians, Bible-believing Christians, it's only fair that we check our responses at the door and we think carefully about what we say, making sure that we are not retaliating just from an emotional standpoint, but we want to respond with a spiritual basis for our position. And if you read the statement, there's no justification for it. It wasn't right. So the fact that Shelton, 3ABN, was mentioned, I got a call from 3ABN, and Denny Shelton called me, and we spoke for about 30 minutes or so. And I'll be honest, and I think statements like this, people who are writing these statements, and in particular, the name that's on the statement is the new president of the Central State Regional Conference. It is Mr. Kristen Josiah is the one who wrote that statement. Denny Shelton was not very happy with the fact that 3ABN was called out and made to look like they were racist, white supremacist, and they were supportive of Christian nationalism. Denny Shelton did not like that very much, but he what he said to me in our conversation, and again, I'm making this public because we are hoping that we can have further conversation in a Christ-like manner so that we can maybe seek for ways to reconcile and deal with our issues so that we may learn how to, love each other despite of our differences and know when we're talking about individuals and people, how we do it in a way that is more Christ-like in nature, not in any way to, push forward some kind of religious retaliation, just to do things that are not very Christian. So Danny Shelton spoke to me and he made a recommendation. He's willing to come on Advent Media Connect with President Kristen Josiah. And I did try to call the office for Mr. Josiah yesterday, which was the preparation day. But I have to remember most Seventh-day Adventist institutions do not open on Friday because of Sabbath preparation. So I left a voicemail. I'm going to send out an email as well. So Danny Shelton want me to reach out to Mr. Josiah. And if anybody's watching today and have contact with Mr. Josiah, share this video with him. Danny Shelton would love to have a conversation with him. Yes, ma'am. I'm coming. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, I'm on grandpa duty today. So, Danny Shelton would love to have a conversation. So if Mr. Christian Josiah sees this video, somebody, if you know him, let him know this is a conversation that Danny Shelton would love to have with him. It doesn't, in my conversation with Danny Shelton, it doesn't look like a debate so much. It looks like a man-to-man talk about these issues and to see if they can resolve it in a Christ-like manner. Reason for that is because 3ABN was mentioned in his statement, and Danny Shelton and nobody from the 3ABM team has actually put out a statement regarding Charlie Kirk's passing. Doug Batchelor did, Mark Finley said something, and the New England Conference recently said something as well, but 3ABN didn't say anything. So he was kind of like taken back, like, why are you talking about us? Why are you mentioning our ministry and connecting it to all the other rhetoric you felt about Charlie Kirk? That's not really right. And he's like, we need to talk as men. And I said, that's only fair and true. And I think when we're not talking, we start hurting and hating each other. That's not Christian either. So anyway, I'm excited about this. I'm looking forward to this conversation. If you know Mr. Josiah and if he ever sees this video, let him know Mr. Danny Shelton is looking for him. We want to have a conversation on Advent Media Connect about that statement he put out in the hope to bring reconciliation and healing in the body of Christ, because the 3ABN has gotten a lot of phone calls from individuals who are very concerned about the nature of that statement and what it represents for their ministry, and he wants to have a conversation. So I just wanted to put out this video to say, let's make it happen. AMC will be hosting that conversation, just the three of us. I'll be quiet and let those two men talk out their differences and see if they can come to a Christ-like solution at the end. Anyway, friends, keep this matter in your prayers. Share this information with somebody else. And if you can get this information to the people that you can get to so that we can make this happen, let me know. God bless you. Thank you for listening. Have a good one. Bye.